The bodies of two teenage girls found in a Mesa water retention basin. And the big question now, what in the world happened to them?
We first told you about it last night, and tonight we're learning more about that group home where these girls ran away from.
ABC15's Sitlalli Avelar has been on this story and is looking into whether the state is doing enough to find missing foster kids.
Under state law, group homes and related facilities are limited in what they can and can't do. In this case, the group home the teens were in could not force them to stay, even after they heard the teens had plans to run away.
They're not allowed to lock these children in these facilities, so oftentimes these children are free to leave.
Brad Miller is an attorney for Powerhouse Youth Facility, which operates several group homes, including the one where 17-year-old Sitlalli Avelar and 15-year-old Kamryn Meyers were staying in.
The two children, I believe, came to the home a couple of months ago because they had run away from previous homes.
Here's what he says happened January 6th, the day before the teens left.
They had some information that the children were planning to leave the following day. Immediately, the staff followed their standard operating procedure and encouraged these girls to stay. But in the end, they chose not to stay. And then, of course, immediately the staff went into action, called the DCS hotline. They called the caseworkers. They filed the incident report.
But Anika Robinson, an advocate for foster families, says more can and should be done to find missing foster youth before it's too late.
They're vulnerable children, and as a community, it shouldn't have been the first time we heard about it when their bodies were found. We should have been given the opportunity to have been out there looking for them.
She's working with a state legislator to pass a law that would help get the word out faster when foster youth disappear.
I do feel that there needs to be legislative changes with some teeth behind it, some deliverables behind it, to ensure that for each and every child that goes missing, that there are procedures that are being followed and adhered to. And I hope that the community will stand behind us in passing this piece of legislation this legislative session.
Police say the teens were reported as missing runaways from their group home January 7th. Their bodies found 2 weeks later.
This is the perfect opportunity to show that these girls did not die in vain. I feel like this is a time when we as the state can do better for these children, and changes are needed.
Mesa police still investigating how the teens died and are asking anyone with information to come forward. Sitlalli Avelar, ABC 15, Arizona.